Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. So now that we have shown you how to uh, develop the order system like purchase order and sale order, etc., and how to edit an existing order and how to create a new order and how to use the classes in your development. Being a developer, you should use the object-oriented approach, and classes is the best thing to use, and it is good for efficient memory management, and it gives you the advantage of readability, the better readability of your code, and uh, and upward means on the further revisions if you need any amendment in future. So the future amendments will be simplified when you use the object oriented, because that is focused to a particular. Whenever you want to make a change, you focus on a particular object and just make the adjustment in the particular object, and the rest of the system will function as usual, right? So, so now let's move further and discuss about the taxation. Yeah, the tax is a chapter uh, which is very interesting and which is very useful. It requires a little bit of calculation and very simple arithmetics, but when the things comes some complications from the government regulations that certain items are taxable and certain items, the product items are not are tax exempted, or certain level of earning um, have a different rate of interest applied. And when you cross that ceiling, then the different means the taxation method is to be adopted. So, so this is where the programmer has to accommodate those upcoming variations in the calculation. So your system should be so much so that it can adopt, it can adopt the changes quickly, comfortably, and it should be flexible enough to accommodate all the future and changes, either from the management of your company, or from the government, or there can be so many factors. So, so the developers should, being a developer, I must make the room enough for the extendable scope. Yes, and the scope of the it should it should be so much flexible that it all the changes are done quickly, correctly, and easily, right? So let's talk about the products taxation, right? For example, product-wide taxation. So let's go to the product. What, being a developer, what should I do? I should add a column in here. Without inserting a column, we have left already a room, right? So this is the blank column. Let's it's a text code. There should be a text code, for example, A um, for a certain range of the products. It can be scattered all over yours, right? And you can say that this is a text code A, right? And then, for example, this is all these are B, and this is B, and this is B. Okay, so let's type B. Okay, this is just an example I'm giving you an example, right? And this is C, right? Right. So you have given, and some are so there should not be a blank one. So, for example, let's take all the rest are all the rest of the products. For example, we can say that X, for example. Okay, now there's no technology. But since we have added a column in here, remember our system always validates whether there are some structural changes. So this is a structural change. You have incorporated a new column in the product. This is not a simple thing. Means you have actually made changes in the structure of the system, right? So the validation of the program and the structure is going to fail as soon as when you say open the book. As you know, a program runs that is auto open, right? And let's go to see it. This is, suppose you are running, you are opening the window, you opening the file, and we put a breakpoint here. As soon as it goes to the validate, it is going to give you an error, validation error at sheets product. Yes, it is telling you the right sheet where the problem has occurred, that is products, right? So all the sheets are listed in here, as you can say, as you can see here, yeah, and it is showing you that the product sheet has a validation error. So here we should write the same thing as we have written the tax code, right? Okay. So this way you have avoided the error now, and you can, if you try running it again, then it will pass. It will not give you that error as it was doing. Okay, so let's stop it and run it again. Put a breakpoint in here. Okay, okay, and see if running this means it implies that you are opening the book. The auto open procedure open starts every time you open the book, right? So no error is coming, and it means the structure is accommodated. The changes which we have made have been accommodated, and there's no problem now. Okay, so now we have registered actually our changes, the text code, and this is the data that doesn't matter. Okay, so the structural change has been validated. The next thing we are going to do is create the classes text A, text B, text C, and so we will insert, we will go to the developer tab, and we are going to create the classes, right? So this is the classes. Let's add some new classes in here. So we insert a module, a class module, and we name it, yeah, in the property window, yeah, sorry, this is a class module, yeah, and in the class module, we are going to uh, name it, we are going to rename it, yeah? To rename it, as you can remember, yeah, you can remember that the class can be renamed by pressing F4 on the name. Press F4. This will come in here and allow you to type the name. So let's say the it is class A, text class A. tax class, or you can say class tax A. CLS, this is class tax, and you can type A. Okay. And you can create in the similar fashion, you can create class B and class C and so on, right? And then we are going to use the interfacing. We can use the to determine as a condition basis, and what condition the class A is to be calculated, the method, the taxation method is to be applied, and so on, right? Let's add more modules. Yeah, that's F4. F4, and this is going to take you CLS, that is for class, and tax, this is B. And let's add one more. That's F4 for the changing of the name, and we use the naming convention consistent. Consistent naming convention would help us do further works in here. Okay, so this is the class text C. This is class text B. This is class text A. Okay. Okay. In the next session, we are going to write the codes, and you will see that how it is easy to integrate them, to implement them, and interface uses the classes interfacing. Okay. So see you in the next video, and we will have an exciting journey of this tax calculation in a number of videos. We will keep the videos short, so don't worry about the number of videos, but we have to cover it in a systematic manner, step by step, so that the users and the viewers interest is ensured, and they can concentrate on the concepts of using of classes in your calculations. Okay, thank you very much. See you in our next video.